All right, guys, good morning. How's everyone doing? I'm just working on something real quick. Hope everyone had a good week. I mean, what a week, man. Congratulations to everyone that took advantage. It was just a really clean, just from start to finish, just a really clean week. Monster breakout last week. Nice bottom found, in my opinion. And just a really nice push. So, we'll see how long this goes. I think we all know that there's going to be a pullback. I think we all know that. I don't think anyone's not, understanding of the fact that you can't go straight up. But I still don't think that, even if we do get a pullback, I wouldn't say that this is going to come right back to the lows. The key now is finding a lower high or a higher low. That's sort of the key in the market, right? Where does that come in? What happens? I don't know. But what an awesome move. Congratulations on everything. Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, all the good stuff, guys. All the good stuff, people running back into it as they always do. That's why you continue to buy these stocks. You continue to buy shares. You can continue to dollar cost into these names on the dips. Nvidia down 40%, Tesla down 40%, Apple down 20%. What more can you ask for? So congratulations, everyone that sticks to the script. What a bounce. What an opportunity. I know the guys in the chat made an absolutely ridiculous amount of money this week. So awesome stuff. Very happy about it. And Friday, today I'm just I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go do something. I'm ready to start the weekend early. Honestly, that's sort of what I am. That's sort of my mindset today. So I got a few trades maybe in me, and then I'm gonna go enjoy this weekend, guys. F1 weekend, just after a really nice week. So let's go ahead and take a look at some stuff. Let's review sort of what happened this week, and let's wrap up this week and enjoy our weekend. Shout out to everyone that's here. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you for tuning into the live stream. So, futures, as always, Economic earnings calendar. Today, I think you got 5-year expectations on inflation midday. So we'll see if that does anything. You got jobless claims yesterday, Fed presidents talking. Friday yesterday, 5-year inflation expectations, or Friday today. So 10 a.m. today, we'll see how that looks. We'll see if that does anything for the market right here at around 10 a.m. And then you just have more Fed presidents. So let's just keep an eye on it. Be careful, guys. Here's the economic calendar. I'm interested to see what happens at 10. What are the inflation expectations? Earnings calendar, nothing there, so we don't need to go through that. And then what else? That's about it. And then we can go ahead and start the stream. So let's just go ahead and start with let's go over the rest of the schedule. So Nvidia 270, congrats guys, awesome. We talked about this in my Sunday video. If you're here on the channel, if you stick around to my channel, most of the time I do Sunday technical analysis videos where I post charts that I really like. Last Sunday, I posted Nvidia, I posted Square, and I posted Tesla. All of them for potential breakouts. Why? You can go watch the video as for why. But there was very clear technical breakouts on the daily charts, and I felt very confident that there'd be more upside. And congratulations to anyone that sort of understood the narrative there, understood why, and really thought about why, that bounce was going to potentially come. Not, trade with your bias and just think that the market's going to go down forever and not try to take advantage of a potential bounce off a key level. So congratulations on Nvidia, huge breakout. AMD looks just as ready as Nvidia. You literally can't beat Apple. Apple, you just got to buy shares of Apple as much as you can, guys, in my opinion. Apple's down 4% off all-time highs. So just let that sink in for a second. Apple is 4% off all-time highs. So that's just insane. Awesome. Google, huge level on Google this morning. And if we break through that level on Google, I think Google is going to be another stock that is close to all-time high soon as well. Time to buy Facebook. I'm in a Facebook swing trade for mid-April. I like what it's doing right now. I'm willing to take a small shot. Call option contracts are dirt cheap right now for mid-April, and I went ahead and got into some because I'm willing to take the risk there. So Facebook, is it time to start maybe buying some? I'm not buying shares, not a big Facebook share guy. I'd rather put my money in Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. I'm not really interested in, I don't need that diversification into Facebook. I'm not too interested, but I will trade it. I'll make it more of a trade than an investment. So I'm definitely willing to see if Facebook has more. Square, still holding that 130 retest. Awesome level on Square at 130. That's a very nice little level to play off of. Big Baba gap down. And then we will go over my M1 long-term investment account and show you guys the power of dollar cost averaging into a panicking market because it's pretty incredible the gains that I have for this year because of the fact that I've been dollar cost averaging down into some names and just sticking to the script and focusing on long-term. It's incredible. So I'll show you guys that account at the end of the stream, and then we'll just wrap it up. All right. Nasdaq. So, Nasdaq. Over the last week and a half, we have bounced 14% on the Nasdaq. We are above the 20, the 50, and we're still slightly below the 200 and the 100 SMA. So, these look to be converging. And I think around the 15K area is maybe where you have room to. That would be around where I think you start to stall. So right around 15K is what I'm thinking, that psychological level. There's not much, there's not many key levels left. We've broken a lot of them. So I'll go to the 4-hour and show you guys. But we've broken, we've broken this resistance, this resistance, this resistance. Really what we have left is up here around 15,000. After this 15,000, there's really nothing here until, say, this double top, this 15.7 level. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember 15.7. This was a level we were watching all early December, late December, early January, we had 15.7 on our charts. That was our key level that we continued to watch. That is all the way up here. So that is definitely a tough level. You can see previous support or previous resistance into support, 15.7 right there, previous resistance into a double bottom support. That's where we ended up breaking through in January. We came up, we rejected, we came up, we rejected, we came up, we rejected. And every time we come up here, these are pivot points. So these are all your resistance levels on the way up. But you can see this week has engulfed quite a bit of that resistance. So if I go to the 4-hour chart, we can go ahead and break this down a little bit more. So 15.7 is up here, this green area. That's that tough level. That's the big one. But you guys can see this week, we got through these highs here, right? 14.6. And we are now, it seems, in my opinion, it seems like we could be on our way up towards these next pivot points. So the first one is right around 15,050, right up in here. And the next one is 15,250, right up in there. So here are my next two levels that I am looking for the Nasdaq to push into. Very possible. You know, I don't know about today. Maybe if the Nasdaq just totally surprises us again, which it has for the last week. What is that? It's another 170 points, guys, today on the Nasdaq. So that's just about a 1.5% day. Totally possible. So, you know, we'll see, guys. I'm not going to doubt the upside that is on this market right now. It's just not, there's just no reason to. You know, I'm going to ride it until I see a trend break. Until I see this current trend break, I'm going to believe that there is upside. I just use the charts to make my decisions. It makes it very, very easy. I do not psych myself out with different biases and you know, panic or fear. If the trend is up in the short term, I am looking for upside here. And I'm looking at previous resistance levels to be aware of. So right here and right here is where I'm looking for 15,050, 15,260. I totally agree that a stock market should pull back after a run, you know, over a week. But until it shows me that, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to play, you know, I'm not going to buy puts in this market because I'm like, oh, market needs to pull back. I'm buying puts because I know that it's going to pull back. You know, that's just not how you trade. So I'm going to look to see if we get a push into 1550, 15,250. We'll see what happens. It's not something I'm going to go crazy on. I went more crazy down here. I got a lot of large size down on last week and early this week. As we push higher, I'm definitely going to be more careful about my position sizing because I definitely agree that you need a cool down. But that is I'm only going to take action on a cool down when I start to see it, not trying to predict it. So still looks strong to me, guys. To be quite honest, we just continue to push higher. Last week, if you guys remember, if you were on this live stream on Wednesday and Thursday, so Wednesday and yesterday, what did we do? Wednesday and Thursday, that showed why this market is going to push higher. This right here, guys, is showing you why the market is going to push higher. You guys can see right here. Tell me this is not one of the most beautiful intra-week break and retests you have ever seen. Rejection, rejection, rejection. What did we do on Wednesday and Thursday at open? How perfect is this? And how much more do you need to be bullish, right? Look at that. That is something that you love to see. So when I saw this on Wednesday and I saw it confirm on Thursday again, I was very bullish on this move because, you know, you don't get these types of technical holds unless the market wants to go higher. So previous resistance from Friday, Monday, and Tuesday of this week turned into perfect support on Wednesday and Thursday, and that's why you moved. Now, what's next, right? Now you need to see this hold, and you can already see earlier or yesterday, in the futures market. Look what happened in the futures market, guys. Look at this pullback in the futures market this morning. Where did it hold? It held perfectly right at this previous resistance. Uh, Technicals are magic, voodoo, black magic. They're all fake. I can't, I hope everyone, that comes to this stream enjoys seeing these types of things, because this is, I like to trade, because when I see something like this, I get very excited. It's like just so clean, and it just feels so right. So I'm a big weirdo for stock charts. I don't know how to explain it, but this is some beautiful stuff, guys. I mean, this is seriously some beautiful stuff. This is stair stepping. This is everything you want to see for a move higher. This is not, this right here, as much as we know, as much as we see how much the market is pushing higher, this whole price action over the last week is really nothing that insane to the upside. I know it seems like that on the daily chart, but this right here is really not, like, it's not this type of move, right? This is actually a pretty legitimate type of weekly move. It's a very nice structured stair-stepping move on the market. So do we have to pull back? It's not a vertical move. We are going to see pullbacks, right? But this is very structured as to where you can definitely trust some of these levels. If we pull back, you can maybe trust this 14.7. You can definitely trust this 14.4 if we pull back here. So it's not like, if you really break it down, it's nothing that scary to me, because look at how perfect this setup is. I hope that helps. I just hope everyone sort of can try to, the key is trying to see this while it's happening, right? The key is trying to see this while it's happening. So if you came to the live stream, you saw how we started to spot this Wednesday. We started this on Wednesday's live stream. We were saying, look for the previous highs to hold as support, because if they do, that is very bullish. So you need to sort of try to spot this as it's occurring, because that gives you some type of indication as to where you think the market could hold and where you should go long or where you should go short. You need that structure, and you need those levels to play off of, because they truly work. So that's the Nasdaq, guys. I would just be indifferent today. I really don't care what happens on the market today, unless we tank 20%, which would suck. But I really don't care much. I'm pretty much checked out for this week. So we'll see what happens. But, I would like to hopefully see 14.7 hold. That would be great. If we hold 14.7 today, I think you have more upside into next week, for sure. So I would hope to see 14.7 hold. This is the 5-minute chart. I would want to see 14.7 hold. If it does today, I think you go to 15,000. 15,000 is probably where you find some rejections, because that's a psychological level. So I'd watch 15,000 and 14.7 today, guys. That's what I would watch. ES. 4-hour chart. We are back into the early December, November drop here. We are right back into those levels, and it almost looks like we're getting through them right now, which is pretty incredible. So you guys can see the ES is now only down 5%. We are back only down 5% on the ES. It's just awesome, man. It makes me smile. So what a move. What a bounce. Congratulations, anyone that continues to stick to the script, that just takes advantage of the panic. So huge move. Even if we drop back down, you still took advantage of this panic. So I already consider this a win, because even if we do pull back, we just do it all over again. So nice bounce. Beautiful stuff, guys. We are back up into this previous support. That's sort of where we rejected last time, right? So let's just be a little bit careful here around the 4,500 on the ES. You can see we had previous support back in December, and we turned it into resistance, and maybe we turn it into resistance again. It's a little bit sloppy over here. It's not like, this is not the cleanest area on the charts. If I go to the 4-hour chart, you can see we have a lot of levels. One sort of there at 4,500. And then you got some more levels up here. This double top around 4,580. That's probably my next level to watch, guys. Right around this 4,580 level right here. This double top from back in late January, early February. That's the level I'd be watching right there. 4,580. So 458 on the SPY. Resistance, double top, 1, 2. I'd be looking for this push. So if we push into that, that's huge. That's a huge level. If you break that, guys, I mean, I don't see any reason why this doesn't continue. So that's huge. 458, huge level. What a bounce. I'm going to show you the same exact thing on the SPY about how beautiful this sort of setup was. It was not as clean as the Nasdaq. It was not as clean as the Nasdaq, which is actually surprising because usually the ES is cleaner. But this was not as clean as the Nasdaq. So you guys can see how much more sloppy this move is, right? Because you can see right here, this was the previous resistance. We technically held it, but we definitely fell below, right? We got about a 0.5% move? Yeah, about a 0.5% move down below it. Then we ended up holding it. When we pushed up, we tried to hold this previous high, but we got a little sloppy up here. So you can see this is much sloppier than this absolutely perfect. Look at how perfect that is. I can't believe how perfect this looks. I mean, it's like it's out of a textbook. So Nasdaq looks better than the ES it doesn't look better in general, but it looks just better. The way it's set up looks much cleaner. ES is doing better though. ES is 5% off highs, which is just incredible. And I would look for 45.80. 45.80 would be my watch, or the 100 SMA here on the daily. You are now trading above the 200 SMA. You're trading above every SMA besides the 100, which is right around 45.50 or 45.40. 454 on the SPY, 45.40 on the ES is the 100 SMA, and then 45.80 is this double top resistance. YM, don't think it's going to retest 34,000 for now, even though I wanted to see that. It's holding the 50 SMA beautifully. The YM's a chop fest, in my opinion. It's just hard for me to really get a judge on where this is going to try to push to. Maybe these previous highs here, right in this area, around this 35, really around 35,000, right in that area, right around 35,000 would probably be my next level to watch. You have previous resistance, resistance, resistance here. So I'd watch 35,000 and the 100 SMA as the next resistance. If you can break above all these SMAs, I think you're in the free a little bit here. So I think your next level, if you break all the SMAs, is probably that 35.5. That's that previous resistance from August and July and August of last year. So Dow looks good, guys. I mean, it really didn't fall much. What did it fall? It fell 11%. It's now down 5%. We'll see what happens here. Nice little consolidation over the last week. If we sort of break it down to the shorter term time frames and look at sort of how this set up, you can see it's much different, much sort of just sideways consolidation, which is not a bad thing. I mean, you guys can see we double topped here. We have a little bit of a top around this, right around this 34.7 and 34.8. So you're sort of been sideways on the Dow here for the whole week. You can see just double bottoms, double tops. You just want to see it break out of this channel. I think if the Dow breaks above this Tuesday high, then I think that would be great. Yeah, if you start to get this break above the Tuesday high, start to break out of the consolidation, I think that's a great look. If I go to the hourly chart, you guys can see it right here. Look at that. See that? Very nice stuff. Nice little consolidation. You want to see that hold. It's very easy to trade this, right? Because if you break that, downside. If you break this, upside. So, nice Dow consolidation. We'll see what happens this week. Finally, the Russell. The Russell is flirting with that 2100, guys. If the Russell breaks 2100 and rallies, I think that is a very, very strong indication that the market is going to heat up a little bit. I think this is what maybe sets off a little bit more buying. If the Russell can actually break 2100, guys, and start to move above it, this could absolutely ignite some of those small cap stocks, guys. So, your names like DraftKings, like Palantir, like Peloton, they're just not great companies, but they are, they sort of move with this small cap stuff. I would I would focus on this. I'm not really someone that's interested in that trade. It's just not really my thing, and it's not something that I'm really into and want to get involved in. But I know a lot of people do like that type of trade, so I would at least keep an eye on it. If you want to see if the Russell breaks 2100, I would think you get some movement on those small caps, guys. So we'll see. This is definitely a tough level though, so I don't have high hopes for this. But that is what probably sets off a nice move if the Russell can get above this 2100. All right, guys, so that's what I got for the futures. I hope that makes some sense. It was just a really gorgeous week. Everything about it. Technical analysis killed it this week. Just an awesome bounce, awesome breakout on the daily charts on a lot of names, and you gotta love it. So congratulations. All right, let's go Nvidia. Nvidia last Sunday we talked about this push. We talked about Thursday and Friday of last week. Look at the daily chart breakout that occurred. It's clear as day, and you just have to sort of trust that. You have to trust that technical move because it really is something pretty. So Thursday, Friday got that push through daily chart resistance, got the bull flag that formed, and look at the continuation. Where does Nvidia go? That's a great question. I would probably assume maybe this 285 area, maybe this 290 area. This is a tough one because you sort of already got through a lot of these pivot points. This is just awesome stuff. Congratulations. If you go to the weekly chart, you guys can see, just look at that beautiful hold. Look at that beautiful hold on 210. Weekly chart, 4 times on the weekly chart we held 210, and then look at this breakout. If you don't think this breakout has some power behind it, you are mistaken, because this is a very big chart formation. Look at this bull flag on the weekly. So I am absolutely looking for more here. If the market heats up, Nvidia could seriously continue here. If you don't think people liked Nvidia 40% off the highs, trust me, there are plenty of people who are buying Nvidia stock 40% off the highs. Not only retail traders, but huge institutions and hedge funds. Who doesn't love a 40% discount on Nvidia? A stock that is most likely going to run the future. So awesome. Love it. Big breakout. Congratulations, guys. Where does this go? Where does this go? Oh, only God knows, really. I'm thinking like these previous lows around 290. And then you have these previous highs around 285. So I'm thinking like 285, 290. This whole area is going to be a little tough up here, guys. You got previous support. You can see right there. And then you got resistance right here. Resistance, all at 285. And this was previous support up here at 290. So I'm looking at that level. That's probably going to be a little tough in there. I'm not scared of it. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to watch out for it. 285, 290. If you get through that, guys, you are most likely headed in the threes and maybe even higher because this is just a huge, strong move. So Nvidia, look at that chart. What a breakout. I would continue to watch this stock, guys. There is strong momentum behind this breakout. It's obviously a little overextended after going up 10% yesterday, but I would still keep an eye on it. AMD, I think this thing's just getting started. I have an AMD swing trade for April. Got about $1,000 in it. What's it sitting up right now? I bought these last week as well because I saw the technical breakout and I wanted to catch it. I did not want to be someone that missed that beautiful technical breakout. AMD is up about 35% for me, up $325. And I'm in some April 120 calls, basically in the money now, which is just awesome to see. And I think this has much more room to go, maybe to at least 130s, in my opinion, at least up to these previous levels around 132. So I'm looking for this push, maybe up to the 100 SMA, 132. Beautiful bull flag on the daily chart. If we go to the weekly, it's the exact same thing as Nvidia. Look at how perfect the chart is. Exact same thing. You're starting the breakout. I would absolutely be looking for more. You know, I could be wrong here, guys, but, you know, when I see a technical breakout like this, I go for it. I have to put money on it after a 40% drop. What is this drop? 40% down on AMD. If we're getting a bull flag breakout on the weekly chart, I am going to put money into the trade. So I love it. We'll see what happens. Big move this week. Big move yesterday. Let's see if there's more upside. I would look for this daily chart breakout. The next level to be watching. Oh, wow. We're going up this morning, huh? I didn't even realize. Next level to be watching is right here around 123.70. 123.70 is the next level. 123.70. Next resistance to watch. All right. You can't beat Apple. No, you cannot. Look at that chart. Look at this weekly chart. Holy crap. It's like it didn't even dip, guys. I mean, look at this weekly chart. Look at the last 2 weeks on Apple. Huge. Right off this level. Right off this 150. If you guys are in the live stream, you know we talked about Apple off 150. Just a perfect level to find a support bounce off of. Look at all this previous resistance. You come back down to it. What is this? This is a break and a retest. And it is something straight out of the textbook. So, really nice stuff. Congrats, guys. Apple just been buying the crap out of this stock on the way down. You guys know I love Apple. And I think there's a good reason for it. Because it's just a stock that is incredibly resilient. It gives you tech-type returns, and it gives you the safety of a potential dividend stock. And it's just, why would you not? All right, it's got an ungodly amount of cash on their balance sheet. Their company's not going anywhere. So it's just a no-brainer for me for the long term. I would continue to add it forever. So I would look for maybe this 176 on Apple, guys, which would basically be about 3% off all-time highs, which would be incredible. So that's what I would watch for, right around this 176. Insane push. Look at this. Look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of just vertical. So I would at least want to see a little something here, a little something, but I don't know. I don't really care because I just buy shares of it. So whatever happens, happens. I'll be happy either way. 176 is the next level I'd watch. So I want to say, one thing here before we move on. Here's sort of the life cycle, right? So you get a pullback on Apple here, right? And if you're not someone that's buying, right? If you're not buying, so this is how it works for me, right? This is how I invest into this. I buy here, I buy here, I buy here every week. These are week intervals. I buy here, 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 here. That's how I buy this stock, right? That's how I buy this stock. Because I don't, I'm just trying to get a good average on the stock price. And I'm buying it as it goes down. I'm dollar cost averaging. And I'm buying it as it starts to move up as well. I'm just buying it on a weekly basis. Now, what happens to most people how do most people miss, I can't delete these. That's great. That's really good, TOS. Oh, there we go. What happens to most people that do not dollar cost average, right? People that try to time things, they try to time bottoms, time tops, don't invest into their future, try to time the bottoms. Here's what happens, right? You're moving down, you start to get a bounce here, and they say, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe this bounce. I still don't believe this bounce. And then Apple's at all-time highs, and they say, oh, fuck. Maybe I should buy some shares at all-time highs, right? So, just dollar cost average, guys. It's a really quite a beautiful thing. It really is. I can't say enough about dollar cost averaging into quality names for your long-term portfolio. Google. All right, Google. Look at this level here on Google, 2830. This is a big level here. If this breaks out, Google's going to have a really big push, in my opinion. So you got previous support. The commission fees. No, there's no. It's not a big deal. Commission fees. Support, resistance, and you can see resistance here, right there. If I have to spend $1 per week on Apple shares and commissions, I will spend that for the rest of my life. So support, resistance, and resistance. So let's see what happens. This is a big level, 28.30 on Google, guys. We're at 28.40 in the pre-market, so we're slightly above it. This could be a big breakout on Google, and Google could be another stock that is back to all-time highs before you know it. So Google's a beast. We all know that. We all know Google's a fantastic company. We all know people are going to have to buy Google to get a return. We all know, hedge funds need money in tech to make a return for their clients. Where else are they going to put their money than Google down 17%, Nvidia down 40%, Apple down 30%? Where's the best potential return on their investment than, fantastic tech companies down 40-30%? That's what I think you're starting to see. So you guys can see pullback. I think Google starts to push. Watch this 28.30. Time to buy Facebook. We'll see, guys, but I'm interested. Why am I interested here? Because of the 30-minute chart, really. I mean, that's the main reason. But let's go to the 4-hour first. So 4-hour, we had previous resistance here at 210. We broke it and retested it, right? That's why you see this green bar right here. Just pay attention where that green bar goes. So green bar, if we go here to the hour, what did the green bar do, right? We did a break and we did a retest. Perfect hold. When I saw this, I was interested, right? Look at this break and retest. Look how we held that break and retest all week. Love that. Break, retest, previous resistance into support. Trend line, you go to the 30-minute. Beautiful trend line all week. Really nice potential upside. Breaking every single resistance. Breaking it here. Breaking it here. You guys can see right here. Just continuously breaking resistance points on an uptrend. And then when I look out at the daily chart, I just don't see much to stop this. I do not see much to stop this until around this. Honestly, I would even like to see it maybe back up to this gap, the start of this gap right around 245. That's sort of what I'm thinking. I just don't see quite that much to stop this for a potential push here. Maybe there's a few levels along the way. Maybe around this, 220s. Maybe around this 233 right in there. Maybe around this 230, 240. But I like this breakout. I think this is going to make higher highs and higher lows. And if we continue to make higher highs and higher lows on Facebook, and if the market continues to stay strong, this is definitely something that I would be interested in, guys. There's a lot of opportunity here, in my opinion. I don't quite know, how Facebook does. I don't know if there's more regulatory issues. I don't know what comes out in the future. But this is the shot that I would think is worth taking, in my opinion, for my own portfolio, and I did. So this is something I'm watching, guys, and I would be interested. Just keep an eye on it, see what happens there. Square. Perfect retest on Square, guys, on the 130 level. We talked about this retest. Look at what's going on right now, guys. Look at this. So I would definitely be looking to see, look how perfect this previous resistance is turning into support. We turned it into support once again. If we push over this 143 and do the same thing again, this is just going to continue to push higher, right? If we continue to make some channels, break and retest channels, this is going to push higher, in my opinion. I would be watching this for more upside. Just make sure that it holds 130. If Square holds 130, there should be more strength on the stock because that is a previous resistance turning into support. Okay, Baba gap down this morning. This is sort of, I just want to quickly jump in and say this is why it's really difficult to trade Baba and why I sort of, hung up the hat. I took like a $20 profit and just called it a day. I had a few good days, few ugly days. It just kept gapping up and gapping down. I got into it on Friday. I had was that when I got in? Yeah, I got into it on Friday, gapped down on me on Monday, held through it, gapped up huge for me on Tuesday, got out of it for a $20 gain. And then ever since I got out, it did gap up, had a big day, obviously. You can see there. Terrible day yesterday, and another gap down today. So it just want to, take a second, and if you guys are interested in trading BABA, you're going to have to experience large gaps, and you're not going to be able to forecast which direction they are. So I just wanted to say that. Be careful, guys. BABA has been full of gaps on the overnight sessions because of the Asian markets. This is something that is typical for BABA because it's trading in the Asian markets, or it's heavily influenced from the Asian markets. So just wanted to stop by and say that. Be careful when you're trading BABA. Okay. Now I just want to pop in, guys, and share with you guys sort of the performance that we've had for the M1 account. If you guys have interest in signing up for M1 Finance, it is in the description below. If you want to start investing for your future, I really recommend M1 Finance because it just makes it really quite easy. So here's my M1 account, guys. I got about $19,000 in it. This month, I'm up 9.5%, up about $1,500 this month. This week, up 5%. Yesterday, I was up $484, 2.5%. Now, I started this portfolio in November of 2021, and here is my total unrealized gains. Now, why? So if we go to the charts and we look at when I started this, which was November of 2021, I started this long term basically at the high. I started investing in stocks. Or I have my IRA too, which is, I don't share that. That's my long-term IRA. I just buy SPY, QQQ, VNQ, and VYM. That's my larger retirement account. I don't even look at that. The M1's a little bit more aggressive for me, and I just buy individual stocks, which is very much more aggressive. I don't like to do that in an IRA. I like to just track the market in an IRA for my retirement. For the M1 account, I get a little bit more aggressive. And I started to buy here, guys, right? The stock market, since I started to buy, is down 10%, right? Down 10%. And my long-term portfolio is flat. Now, why is that? That is the power of DCA, right? That is the power of dollar cost averaging into names. Because as the stocks were falling, I was lowering my average. And now, with the market only bouncing, half of the way that so we still have another, let's say, another 12% to the upside if the market ever gets back to all-time highs, which I think it will in my lifetime. I absolutely agree with that. So if we jump back to all-time highs, I'm already break even, right? So if we do that, I'm just doubling, right? I'm actually going to be profitable if we go back to where I started to buy these stocks. If I bought these stocks and didn't buy on the way down, I would have to wait until all-time highs to be break even. Now I am break even as of today, and anything more to the upside is just profit. So this is why it really doesn't matter when you start to invest, guys. This is just a definition of, everyone tries to time when to start their long-term portfolio, when to start investing for their future. It does not matter. As long as you have a plan to dollar cost average, have cash on the side, do not invest all of your money at one point in the market. If I threw all of my money into the stocks in November, I would be screwed. It's not how you do it. You buy little by little, you plan it out, you make sure every single week you can buy a little bit of stock, a few stocks, and you can dollar cost average and make sure you average into the market, not a single purchase point. So that's what M1 does fantastic. Every single week, guys, M1, you guys can see right here, every single week, M1 buys stock for me. March 21st, $500. March 14th, $500. March 7th, $500. And it shows you what it does. So if I go to the buys morning trading, which is right here, you can see this is what it did for me on the 21st, right? It bought Tesla, it bought AbbVie, it bought Apple, it bought Google, it bought AMD, it bought $300 of Nvidia, and it bought Microsoft. And it tells me what it bought it at, 264. I bought one share, right? It does this all by itself. You just have to set up how much you want to put in a week, and it does this all by itself. I got my dividend from Home Depot, it looks like. Got my dividend from Nvidia. Very nice. Yeah, it's awesome stuff. You guys can see that right now we are down about 0.04%. So I love it. Biggest gainers, AbbVie. This is just incredible. AbbVie's nuts, man. Chevron, sick move. Tesla, actually green on Tesla now. This is not an M1 commercial as much as you think it is. This is me giving you genuine advice. This is genuine advice. I would tell this to my best friends, to my family, to anyone. I don't really care if you sign up or not. I'm just trying to give you genuine advice because this is stuff that people that don't do this, these are the things that they wish they did when they were much younger. And I'm just here to try to help you. So that's what I'd say. You guys do what you do, and it's not an M1 commercial at all. I just really like the platform. But sure, yeah, M1 commercial. Sign up for it. So that's that. Let's go ahead and let's wrap up this stream. Let's wrap up this week by looking at some of you guys. The advantage of M1 is that it does it all by itself, and you can take portfolio loans out as well. You can do it. You don't have to do anything. I don't touch a single thing on a weekly basis. I just talked about why I use it. I just talked about for the last 10 minutes why I use it. Guys, it doesn't matter when you're buying. See, that's the wrong mindset. It does not matter when you're buying these stocks. It's no relevancy as to when you're buying these stocks if you're buying with M1 for the long term. I just shared with you how if you dollar cost average into the market, it does not matter when you buy. That's what a lot of people struggle with. They think they need to bottom tick the market on a daily basis. It does not matter. Buy the stocks for your long term, forget about it, and enjoy the long term gains. You cannot write cover calls, guys. This is strictly a long term investment type of account. You can't trade on this account. If you're an insane trader and you can't stop thinking about trading, M1 is not for you. You do not trade in this account. M1 is something you set and forget. M1, it's down in the description, I believe, the link if you guys are interested. Or you can go to this link here. It's FDIC insured. Just don't put more than 250K in it. You can go to that link there. Yeah, people do listen with their ears closed. I totally agree. Meant advantage. I think the advantages are you don't have to do anything. You can buy the stock. It does it by itself. You just sort of forget about it. A dollar cost average. You let it do its thing. You put a money that you don't think about. You guys can't think about the money you're putting into it, right? You got to just put it in. Maybe $50 a week, $100 a week, whatever you're comfortable with. And you just let it go. And you buy into good names, please, guys. Do not buy GameStop on M1. Buy Apple, buy good names. So yeah, I hope that helps. I try to get along. I try to get across the long term as much as I can, man, because that's truly where the gains are made for your future. So JP Morgan, first one that you guys want to look at. I don't love banks right now, guys. I think there's plenty more opportunity than looking at banks right now. I really don't like this 140 level on JP Morgan. So watch out for that 140. That's what I would watch. I don't know much about this company. It's a penny stock. You have, best of luck. I don't know. I don't really look at penny stocks here. So just watch this resistance right here. Right up in here, guys. 480. I'm not a big penny stock guy, so sorry, guys. ING. I don't know, guys. I wouldn't be looking at these stocks. Look at Apple. Look at Microsoft. Look at Google. Look at Nvidia. Look at AMD. Look at Facebook. Look at Square. Look at Twitter. I don't know. I wouldn't be looking at that. Okay, Gush. Yeah, gold's a pretty good. A pretty good name right now. I would take a look at gold. I'd probably rather play GLD. GLD looks a little bit, I don't know, it's just about the same. Actually, yeah, Gush looks a little better. This is a commodity trade, guys. If you think gold continues, you do this. It's really not something that I can help you with much, right? This is just a commodity trade. So just do it. If you like invest in gold for your future, this is not a trade. If you think you should invest in gold, have some allocation in your long term, then yeah, absolutely. This is sort of a commodity trade, not really not a technical breakout type of trade. Fisker, wouldn't be looking at it. A lot of resistance up here around 12.7. Looks really tough. Why not trade Tesla? I'd rather be looking at that. Yeah, this is a lot of resistance here at 12.7, $13. How does Fisker do? Not really a stock that I'd be much interested in. Maybe if there's a Russell move, the RTY, maybe you get a move on Fisker. Bitcoin. I can't do this because Bitcoin is not something that I'm very familiar with, and I don't know if Bitcoin is going to push higher. So best of luck. I do not follow Bitcoin here. So, yeah, if Bitcoin breaks, maybe this. If Bitcoin breaks out, this will go as well. GE. You guys have failed me on this Friday. I don't like any of the stocks that you presented to me today. None of these charts are taking advantage of the opportunity that is currently occurring in the market. This sort of tells me that a lot of people just don't quite. You guys got to really focus on what's currently going on in this market, right? You're seeing intense breakouts on tech names, really quality tech names. So I would rather see you guys, cover some of these tech names. GE. What's the plan here? If you just want to buy, for the dividend maybe, but this stock has just been going down for an entire year. We already did AMD. I'll do Microsoft so we can end this on a high note. So here's Microsoft. I'll do PayPal as well. We already did PayPal, didn't we? No, we'll go over PayPal. All right, Microsoft. I like this because look at this little breakout that's occurring, guys. See, this is what I'd be watching. Little daily chart breakout right now. You can see the hold, support. Very nice triple bottom. Breakout on the daily chart. Breaking above the 200 SMA. This is something that I would look for, right? You're starting to get that breakout. So can we get a push maybe into this 310? I would be watching this here. On Microsoft. You got to watch the Nasdaq, though. This is going to trade with the Nasdaq, guys. So you got to be careful. If NQ gets a little pullback, Microsoft will as well. But I do like sort of the hold that we've seen. Look at this little uptrend. Nice little holding above previous levels. At this point, I think you just want to see 300 hold. I think that's probably your key. See 300 hold. See if you can continue this daily chart breakout. Maybe up to the 100. PayPal. I like PayPal quite a bit, actually. I just need to see it break out of this consolidation. So right here, guys, look at this. You guys can see right here. Look at this beautiful consolidation. It looks just like Square, right? Looks just like Square. I'll do Tesla next. Double bottom, boom, boom, double bottom PayPal. You buy it here, potentially with a stop under 113, and you look for that continuation, right? You have a nice little setup trade here, potentially. So I like it. Watch 113 to the downside. Right here, a little break and retest. Very nice. Look for the push over 120. If you get the push over 120, you are going to get a move here, in my opinion. Maybe up to the 125s. So I'd watch this. I'd watch this little channel building. All right, guys, Tesla, the last one. We'll wrap it up. What did we see on Tesla last Sunday? We saw the first break above the 20 SMA in over 2 months. Now, I said that in the video. I said you have to watch Tesla here. This is the first time it's broken above the 20 SMA over the last 2 months. Right here, guys. This was on Thursday, and this was Friday. Thursday, Friday. Look how much of a change that is versus what it was doing for the last 2 months. Look at that. That is clear as day. You've been downtrending. And Thursday and Friday of last week, you got a huge push. Look at the reaction afterwards. Huge move. Where does this go? I think it has a lot of trouble here, guys. It was really heavy yesterday. It was really, really heavy yesterday after hitting that $1,000 area. So really tough above this 1,000. I'm not someone that's going to be chasing Tesla here. I would definitely want to be looking for a pullback. So I'll just hold my shares, enjoy the ride higher. But this looks like a pretty aggressive move that I would want to see something here. I'm a little bit cautious in this $1,000. If you guys watched the price action yesterday on Tesla, it was very heavy. Look at this. Very heavy. So be careful there. Already did Square. Upstart, we're going real quick. We're getting out of here, guys. Upstart, sort of just consolidating. You need to see a break over 160. Affirm. Watch out for 50 SMA. Look, watch out for this resistance right here. Previous support. Previous support. Into resistance. Watch out for that. Support. Support. Resistance. 46, 50 SMA right there. Watch out for that resistance. All right, guys. That's it. Go into the Discord chat. If you guys want to come hang out, you can check out the link down below. If you want to start investing for your future, go check out M1. I can't say enough about it. I'm seriously not sponsored by them. I just love them. So I think it's a great... I've been doing it for almost 4 months now, and it just does it by itself. I don't even think about it. Just check in on it, and when the market's down, you don't look at it. When the market's down, delete the app. Just delete it off your phone. Forget that you have the money. And then when the market starts to go back up, re-download the app and be happy. All right, guys. So thank you again for being here. Hope you all had a great, hope you enjoyed the live stream. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend. Go Max. Go Lando. And I'm starting to like Carlos Sainz a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm liking him a little bit. Still a big Max fan. Always will be. But Carlos Sainz is pretty cool. I like him a lot. I've been watching a lot of his, background. He's a pretty cool guy. So if I had to choose, I would, I'm always a Max fan. But McLaren's just dunzo, it seems. So Norris not going to be a fun year to root for Norris. But Carlos and Max, two of the ones that I like. And we'll see what happens. Should be a fun weekend. So guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And I hope to see you guys on Monday. Peace out. Press the like button if you could. 500 likes, that'd be great. Thanks, guys.